Atrial fibrillation is a common heart rhythm problem experienced by millions of people. It's when your heart races, causing dizziness, shortness of breath, and fatigue. It also increases your risk of stroke. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic are using a new treatment for AFib, freezing heart muscle to stop the racing.
I'm riding the bicycle for about 30 minutes.
Before Rosalie Johns had a new procedure to treat atrial fibrillation, there's no way she could have spent time in the gym with her husband, Darvin.
My heart was beating real hard and I got real dizzy and shortness of breath.
At first, episodes of this irregular heart rhythm happened every month or so, but then they struck almost every day.
It was like a freight train, you know.
Thundering through her chest, her symptoms continued to get worse.
An involuntary thing like breathing seemed like a extreme effort.
Seeking help, Rosalie went to Mayo Clinic, where she met with Dr. Fred Kusamoto.
What you're looking at here is the X-ray or the fluoroscopy of Miss Johns.
You see, atrial fibrillation is an erratic and often fast heart rhythm caused by a misfiring of electrical signals. For the past decade or so, doctors have used radiofrequency ablation to stop the chaotic heartbeats. It works by scarring tissue, which interrupts the misfiring electrical pathways. But it's not perfect. Sometimes the signals can start up again.
Now they have another procedure that for many patients may work better. It's called cryoablation, scarring the heart tissue with extreme cold.
Very cold, minus 60 degrees.
During the procedure, Dr. Kusamoto runs a catheter from the groin to the area of the heart where the arrhythmia or bad heart rhythm originates. Once in place, he deploys a balloon that freezes the area. The resulting scarred tissue stops the pathway of the misfiring signals.
The analogy I use is sort of wild Mustangs. If you imagine this atrial fibrillation as wild Mustangs, we make a big corral that keeps the Mustangs within the corral and doesn't allow them to come out.
A procedure that worked for Rosalie.
It has been a miracle, I'll tell you.
She went from not being able to enjoy normal activities to hitting the gym with her husband. For Medical Edge, I'm Vivian Williams.
Dr. Kusamoto says cryoablation may not be right for all people with atrial fibrillation, but for people like Rosalie, the procedure works well.
Before we go, a brief look at the headlines. Education Minister delivers a back-to-school message with stern warnings to students in support of teachers. Election Observer Mission issues its final report outlining 8 recommendations to improve the BVI's election process. Recreating an intricate part of Virgin Islands culture, a brick oven under the guidance of a stalwart in the East End community. Elmore Stout High School officials speak on the number of changes taking place at the territory's largest secondary school. Government and NHI officials say revenue from NHI will be more than enough to cover healthcare costs. Government moves to regulate and control horse racing as well as parimutuel betting in the Virgin Islands. And Sophie B visits Island Pot restaurant in her quest to find great places to eat, stay, and shop while in Virgin Gorda for her birthday bash. In news from the Caribbean, Jamaica delegation in China looking to broaden economic and financial relations between the two countries. And the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro pledges to build a comprehensive plan for Petrocaribe in the region for the next 10 years. Just a reminder that you can find all the news stories featured in this newscast as well as previous newscasts on our website jtvlive.net. Additional information and news updates can be found on our Facebook page, facebook.com/jtv55. Of course, all our news, features, press conferences, and Spotlight's top news segment with Sean Rose can also be found on our JTV News YouTube channel. We'll welcome your questions and comments. You can email us at jtvnews@hotmail.com. For the entire news team, I'm Ino Soman. Thank you for watching.